Can your man lead you even when he's learning how to? Can your man lead you even when he's learning how to? Let me go ahead and play this. All right, let's go ahead and hop into this topic. Can your man lead you even when he's learning how to? See, not quite there, still learning. Can he still lead you? I'm gonna go ahead and go with Luis first. What are your thoughts about it, sir?
I would say that a lot of men are learning on the job. I would say that a lot of men are learning on the job. They're starting to learn how to properly lead in a relationship. They probably have never led in any relationship or ever seen a um, a positive household where they've seen their father handle certain relationship dynamics with their mother and lead their family in a particular type of way. Um, I think that leadership component is something that takes time to develop, with experience and being around other men and constantly learning, being a student of life. And yeah, I don't think I'm afraid to say that a lot of people are learning. You know what I'm saying? For those who have recently gotten married, you're just entering the marriage stage for the first time. So it's not like you have 20 years of marriage, right? You're learning this new experience, this new journey, you know, of being married, right? So that is a bit of learning on the job as well. We don't have everything figured out, but I think that we have the right tool sets and the right, wherewithal to kind of steer ourselves and our partner in the right direction. And one of the things I do want to highlight and say, because she did bring up the Bible and she did have a biblical standpoint, a lot of people don't have the foundational principles in the foundational corner piece to lead their relationship properly. And, one of the things that she highlighted in the video was how she had faith in her man because her man's faith was placed in God. And sort of that had led him to lead her in a prosperous way. And sort of, unfortunately, a lot of people don't have a lot of virtuous principles, and sort of that's where I find that a lot of young men are failing at. Right, if you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything, and I think that it's a very component that has to come back in these conversations is about that principle component. Are you?
All right, humble dad HD. What's going on, brother? Can your man lead you even when he's learning how to?
Yes. I mean, once if you're a leader, you should be able to lead anybody. And but the thing of it is that everybody needs a different leader for the most part, right? Because every woman is different, and so there are certain aspects of your leadership style that's going to have to deal with a certain type of woman, and so therefore you're going to have to learn her. The Bible says that you should. How's it go? It says you should live and walk with your wife in an understanding manner. Like you got to understand her in order to lead her in the way that she needs to be led. So I think also she's more willing to follow you if you have a plan in place and you're able to. Uh, she's able to see that you know how to manage whether it's money, time, resources, um, her emotions, your emotions. So there are different ways in which to do that. But ultimately, because women are different, men have to make sure that they know how to be a leader, and then understand what type of individual she is, so that you can lead her in a proper way. I liken it to being a manager. Yeah, I'm sure most of y'all have been a manager at some point, possibly. The people that are following you are different, and so you have to use different leadership tactics to make sure, management tactics to make sure that they are going to be on course with what it is that you have to set, having to do. Or even if you're a parent and you with multiple kids, you know that they are not the same, right? And you have to parent them according to who they are as individuals, and you're always learning as a parent. So because they're growing into different people, right? And so I would say, yes, as a man, you can lead and still be learning, because you're supposed to be understanding her, and she's not going to always be the same as she was from when you first met her.
All right, Sean Antonio, what are your thoughts about it, sir?
Yeah, I think the guys made some great points. Humble Dad said some of what I think. It's on the job training with anything. It's no different than going to a new company and you're a manager, just like Humble Dad said. And every culture is different. Every job requires different things. So you have to understand the culture, understand your human capital, and figure out what it takes to lead them. And so it's the same. I think too in relationships, I think there are different phases. There are different requirements. So when you get together, that's one phase. Before you have kids, that's a whole different leadership thing. But after you have kids, now you're leading a different group of people. You're leading a little one, and now you're trying to figure out what's in the best interest of the kid. So now you're planning. You got 529s you're thinking about. You got college savings and all types of investments and things like that. It's a totally different job before you have kids as opposed to once before you had. Y'all know what I'm saying. I'm tired. So I think there are different seasons, in leading your household, and it's on the job training, man. My daughter's about to be 17. Leading them, leading now is completely different. It's just completely different, bro. Like what she needed when she was 10, it's just different, man. So I just think I've never had a 17-year-old before. I've never had a little girl that's becoming a woman before, that didn't need me to tie her shoes, but needed me to guide her past these landmines that are little fuck boys. You know what I'm saying? So I think it looks different. But yeah, it's on the job training.